What's up, guys? All right, so I'm a little late filming today, so I didn't get to weigh myself this morning because I had to rush out to work. But I'm off of work now, and before my class, which is coming up, I figured I'd film a little bit. So this is what I've eaten so far. So if you guys aren't familiar with MyFitnessPal, you definitely should be, because if you're trying to bulk or cut or just diet in general, this is the best thing ever. Today for breakfast we had a bagel, chocolate milk, and I put chocolate milk in there twice. I'll have to go adjust that. It should be cream cheese and chocolate milk. And then today for my pre-workout meal, which is right now because I'm going to go work out after my class, I've got a, well, these are mashed potatoes, 80-20 ground beef, because I'm a college student and I can't afford lean beef, a chocolate milk again, and some broccoli. So right now I'm at, I've eaten 2,358 grams of calories, just calories so far. So that's pretty good for midday. Obviously, as you can see, I'm aiming for about 4,500 a day. So we're right on track. I know this is kind of boring, but this is like the really important stuff when it comes to getting bigger, is making sure you're eating enough food and the right food. So if you guys want, in a future video, I can even include like exactly the ratios that I think are best when you're trying to bulk or cut. But a lot of it's just kind of manipulating carbs and fats, and I always like to keep my protein relatively high, just so I'm always synthesizing the most possible and I'm not, you know, leaving anything out there. All right, I'm gonna go film Marie in the gym and play cameraman for her vlog. Then I'm gonna go to class, and then we're gonna do my gym edit. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. All right, what's up, guys? So today we're gonna be doing a informative voiceover over this workout. Today's workout was a arm and shoulder day. I like to lump those two together because it helps me get more volume into my week, because I can hit it twice a week instead of having a shoulder day in there, making it so I can only maybe hit one body part twice a week. This way I can hit chest and back, legs, and arms and shoulders, and then repeat that cycle again in whatever order I want, and I can get that increased frequency, which for natural lifters I think is the real key. Of course, diet and exercise choice and all that stuff comes into it, but really I think getting frequency in over just high volume on one day is really the key to growing your arms, and that goes for arms especially. Now, that being said, there's still a good amount of volume here. I'm hitting 5 sets of 12 reps on all these exercises, or most of these exercises, and then doing like supersets with usually around 4 sets, 12 reps, but the intensity here has to be very high. Since we're not doing, you know, a crap ton of sets, I mean, we're still doing a lot, but we're not doing as many as you would if you were just gonna hit biceps and triceps on a day. You have to keep the intensity high and the rest times low. So really monitor yourself and make sure you're only taking 45 seconds in between sets and maybe a minute in between exercises, and keeping the pace high, because you can really take the muscle to failure with, you know, 15, 16 sets. You know, with these, especially with the supersets, I'm hitting like 14, 15 sets in a very short period of time, so you get an insane pump in that muscle. And while it might feel like you're moving on quickly to the next muscle group, if you really up the intensity, your muscles will be shaking by the end of that workout for that specific muscle group. So keep the intensity high and hit all 3 of them in one day, and I guarantee you're going to see results, because it's going to allow you to hit it again that week. And for natural guys, I wrote an article about this on my website, which I'll link below, but I've talked about it before. Frequency is key, because your protein synthesis window closes after 48 hours. When you're on anabolic steroids and other stuff, those windows can be held open for up to a week. So that's why guys can do that kind of bro split, where they'll do one body part once a week and then let it sit. There's a lot more going on there, because they're on all kinds of different drugs that are affecting their hormones and allowing certain things like that to take place. If you're a natural lifter, trust me, you have to go heavy, but you have to also go with a lot of control and time under tension. You can't just pump out reps and, you know, look at these guys in magazines. If you want to really sculpt a physique as a natural athlete, you have to really get a lot of frequency in, hitting it twice a week, You have to get as much volume as you can packed into that frequency, and you have to keep your muscles under tension for as long as possible within the sets you have in that workout. And if you can combine all those factors together, you can experience a ton of growth in a relatively short period of time. Of course, that has to be tied in with a diet and proper sleep, which are a lot of things that people take for granted. Especially in college, it's very easy to slip off and slack off on a diet, and to not plan your day out to the point where you're getting enough sleep at night because you're compensating for all the stuff you procrastinated on at 2 a.m. in the morning before that paper's due. But if you really are serious about growing, you have to take all these variables into account, treat them all with the amount of respect they deserve, and not be naive and think that you can just go in here, throw a bunch of weight around for a couple sets, and do that once a week for each body part, and you're going to see a lot of growth, because that's just not how it works. All right, these are the biggest guys at Franciscan.
The 3 biggest guys! Now we actually are. We love you. What's your family name? You need like a YouTube
Iron Family.
Iron Family. Yes, Iron Family.
Iron Family.
Yeah, we love you, Iron Family.
Brothers.
Yes.
These guys.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe every time. All right.
As volume as you can packed into that frequency, and you have to keep your muscles under tension for as long as possible. All right, guys, so the voiceover cut out a little bit before I was finished kind of saying what I wanted to say. Basically, I wanted to touch on time under tension just a little bit more. So since I don't have any other video clips for this vlog today, I figured I'd finish it off with a little bit more on time under tension. If you guys aren't interested, I hope you liked the video. You can click off of it now because this is just going to be a little bit more informational stuff. But if you guys are interested, it's a pretty important topic if you're really serious about getting bigger. So stick around. So time under tension, like I said, it's a huge component, but I don't think a lot of people take it seriously enough. The tempo in most people's workouts is absolute garbage, I'm going to be honest with you. They're throwing the weight around. It's all about how much they can lift. Don't get me wrong, that's important. Building overall strength is going to allow you to lift more, and if you can lift more, you can go heavier on your hypertrophy lifts too, and you'll get bigger, and you can get more aesthetic, and you can build that physique you want that way. That is important. However, you can't get caught up in the weight. If you're a power lifter, that's fine. If that's what you're about, that's great. But if you're here to build a physique, if you're here to build a very aesthetic physique, you want to try to bodybuild, you want to try to become a men's physique competitor, you can't get so caught up in trying to boost your 1 rep max all the time. You really have to focus on feeling the muscle itself and its contraction. Bodybuilding, your muscle doesn't understand what a rep is. Your muscle just understands that it's under tension, and that tension is causing it micro tears. So if you're going to go around and pump like a bicep curl like this, the time under tension here is this quick. Maybe a 1/4 of a second. But if you do a bicep curl like this, where you curl it up, hold it, and then lower it for 4 seconds, your time under tension is 4 seconds. Compare that to the 1/2 second or a 1/4 of a second, and you're 8 to 16 times longer in your time under tension now. That means, now this isn't a direct correlation, but for the sake of the example, you're getting 8 to 16 times more muscular tears in the myofibrils. That's bodybuilding. So too many guys when they're just starting out, and I was the same way, I didn't understand that. I thought I would go in, I'd do 12 reps, and 12 reps would take me, 10 seconds, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I'd be done. That's not how it works, and you're just wasting your time, I promise you. Trust me, I was a skinny kid for a while. I lifted all throughout high school, and I was pretty dedicated to it, and I didn't get a lot of growth because I didn't get the principles. So if you really want to understand how to get big, you've got to understand the principles. And this is one of the biggest principles I can hark on right now is tempo. Everyone says feel the contraction, feel your muscle working, but a lot of guys, it didn't click for me. I didn't understand what that meant when I was younger. So I'm trying to bang it into your heads now, guys. Understand what that means. It means tempo. All right, it means the amount of time you're under tension. Don't think of a rep like you're going to contract, you're trying to get the weight up. Think of that, bringing the weight up, as just, getting yourself ready for the actual exercise. The exercise should be controlling the weight down. The exercise should be feeling the muscle there, expand and elongate under tension. Then contract it back up hard and squeeze it and lower it back down. The least important part here is that bringing the weight up. You're just getting it back to the top so you can start working again. And I mean, that's bodybuilding. Yeah, so I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I can't stress how important this was. I mean, you can look at my channel and go back. I was a skinny kid. Yeah, I was strong because I dabbled in powerlifting and I did a lot of deadlifting. And if you go back to my Chasing Tuning series, you'll see that I could lift a lot of weight, but I wasn't a big guy. I was 160 pounds. When I pulled 500 pounds, I was 155 to 160. Now I'm 190 pounds. It's a big difference. The trick for me was I figured out how to manipulate these different variables. And so for today, the first variable I'm really touching on in depth is time under tension. And I'm touching on it first because I believe it's one of the most important variables, if not the most important. Of course, there are others like diet and sleep and all that stuff, but that's for another video. So guys, if you don't learn anything from this video except this, that's okay, because this is the most important thing. Take your time, all right? Take your time. I know it's cliche, but they say forget your ego at the door. Leave it at the door, okay? I come into the gym now 40 pounds heavier than I used to be, and I'm still relatively lean, and I lift sometimes half the weight that I used to, if not the same weight that I did back when I was 150, and it's still getting me better results because I'm lifting it under control, I'm lifting it with focus, I'm lifting it in the right plane that the muscle's supposed to move in, and I'm focusing on keeping it under tension the entire time. I'll guarantee you, you will sweat and you will hurt like you never have before. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this little part at the end here was helpful in some way. If you did learn something, if you did feel like this helped at all, leave a like. And if you guys want to know anything else, I don't claim to be an expert, but I'm pretty knowledgeable. I've been in this for a while now. I'm getting a degree in college for it, a minor, not an expert, okay? But I know a little bit when it comes to lifting. So if you guys have any questions that you want me to put my knowledge in on, if you want me to talk about, leave that in the comment section below. Also, I'm doing a new thing. If you guys want to follow along on this bulk and getting bigger, I'm going to be posting my workouts again in the comments or the description down below, along with links to my website where I'm going to start posting blog posts about some of these topics I'm talking on. So I'm not sure if it's up yet or not. I'll give you guys more info in the upcoming videos on what the state of the website is, because it's relatively new and I'm still working on it. But hopefully I'll get it up and running soon, and the blog post will correlate with what I'm talking about in the videos, and it'll give you outside resources to go look at, and a lot of stuff that I've read personally. It'll give it to you in a more professional level and kind of a little bit of a deeper level, so you can go to the sources and see what they're saying, what the actual scientists with degrees are saying about some of the stuff I'm talking about. So yeah, if you're interested, if you're really interested in learning a lot more, hopefully I'll have that blog up and running, and I'll start connecting the posts with what I talk about at the end of these videos. So again, overview, time under tension. Today's workout is in the description down below if you guys want to follow along, and blog posts will be coming soon. So please like the video. It helps. I'm trying to get bigger. I want to get out there. I want to start making an impact in the fitness world because I believe there's a lot of misinformation, and I want to get around that, and I want to starting to help bring, you know, real scientifically backed information that's not biased by any sponsors, that's not biased by any drugs or any steroids. All right, I just want to get guys like me, young guys who didn't know what they were doing, the information that I've been able to get over the years of training, and get it to you before you waste years like I did. All right, guys, so like it, subscribe, comment below what you want to see next. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but I love this stuff, so it happens. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Give me your hand and we'll make it there soon. Life is just one beautiful view. We'll eventually get there. This is the pursuit. This is the pursuit. This is the pursuit.